It's about 7:45 p.m. on Monday, September 29th. Over the last few days, I've been trying. I've been trying to make content, but I just don't. I just don't give a shit right now. I had 7 or 8 really good videos lined up that I was going to make tonight just because I'm getting on a plane all day tomorrow, and it's just not there. I think I've recorded 3 videos in the last 3 days. I've had some personal stuff going on, and I don't know. I just don't give a shit. So what are you going to do? I don't care right now. I just don't give 2 shits right now. That may change. I'm absolutely certain that once I'm back in Ohio 24 hours from now and get to hang out with my dad and my stepmom, and then on Wednesday I get to hang out with my girlfriend Raven, that feeling might turn around. But right now, I could give a shit. So, pardon me, that was unintentional. And I was going to try to clean my office before hitting the road so that when I got home, my office would be clean. Not looking hopeful on that. Although I did spend 2 hours, I think it was Saturday night, I spent 2 hours organizing my shirts, like the shirts that are on hangers. I spent like 2 hours organizing my shirts and getting all those dialed in. Which, and I did all of my laundry, folded all of my laundry, put all my laundry away, so that yesterday, Sunday, when it was time for me to pack for an 8-day trip, it took me like 15 minutes. So all my shit was organized, it was all dialed in. And, so I had that going for me, which was nice. But there's, I'm just, and this happens every few months where it's like there's all kinds of stuff going on in the news. There is never any shortage of content to make. There's never any shortage of content to make. But I just don't give a shit right now. I just don't care. And I've tried, man. I've tried to record a whole bunch of videos this evening, and it's just not there. That thing just isn't there. It's not there. And I don't want to put up content where I'm just like faking it. Yeah. And I think we're all kind of feeling some version of that. It's like it's just been so much. I mean, I was gonna record like a 40-minute long video on the whole Comey indictment. I had something lined up for the new MAGA version of Christianity. I was going to make a video about how we're living through the worst case scenario of things, and I had a whole bunch of other stuff lined up as well. Uh, I'm going to take a few days off. I need a break. Didn't help that I paid my quarterly taxes today to this fucking government. And, you know, tomorrow is the 30th, and unless Congress, I mean, it's really on the Senate now. The House passed a 7-week long, clean, continuing resolution. And I was actually kind of surprised that Hakeem Jeffries voted against that, but, you know, what do I know? So it's on the Senate, which means, you know, whether or not the government gets, whether or not this government gets funded to stay open, this government, we're 8 months in, whether this government gets funded, it once again falls on the shoulders of Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand and Chris Coons, you know, the whole APAC crowd, the whole APAC Democrat crowd in the Senate. You know, and it just takes me right back to March when Chuck Schumer and 8 or 9 other APAC Democrats fucking caved, folded like fucking tents, and funded this government again. And then they were going to go on a recess. And Chuck Schumer had just had a book that came out. And I had tickets to go see Chuck Schumer's book tour event here in Marin County. And I was going to go do that. And I was going to go scream and yell at Chuck Schumer for all kinds of reasons. His APAC money, his support of Bibi Netanyahu and this current Israeli government, his support of genocide in the Gaza Strip, his capitulation and deal making with our fat, bloviating, corpulent protuberance of a spray tanned president. But then he caught so much fucking backlash for funding this government that he had to cancel his whole book tour. I don't know if I ever got my refund for that, but, you know, whatever. Who gives a shit? But I don't have it, man. I just don't have it. And I don't want to half-ass anything. I don't want to fucking phone it in. And there's some shit going on, man. It's just not fucking good. Personally, it's just not fucking good. But, you know, I'm going to take a few days and not do this. So, I hope everybody has an amazing week. Please be safe. I know there's some protests coming up. I know there's some shit going down in Portland. I hear it's a war zone. I have some friends that live in Portland, and they're like, what the huh? What? Even though Portland is very, 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 very white, your whiteness is not going to save you in Portland because the white supremacist, white Christian nationalist government that we have looks at you guys as betraying your own. And they look at that as being worse than being black or brown. So be careful up in Portland. Don't talk to the cops. Don't consent to searches.